Can you tell it's full coverage?
Looks a little tiny bit powdery.
I can't even take myself serious. Oh, do I have ice cream on my face? Hi guys, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to find you the best beauty products for the best prices. And in today's video, we're going to be battling the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder Foundation versus the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear 24-Hour Powder Foundation. Such a mouthful. I cannot find a video comparing these two online, and that kind of blows my mind because both liquid versions of these foundations are compared all the time. But we need to see which one's better. Let's get into it. And my skin was so nice knowing that I was going to film this video, and it gave me some acne along my chin to see how well these foundations cover it up. Thanks, skin. And then both of these, I have them in the shade Porcelain. I'm going to take my sponge. We're going to use one side for each foundation. I think I'm going to do the L'Oreal on the left, Maybelline on the right. So according to Ulta's website, this powder foundation covers like a liquid and mattifies like a powder with no cakey look, up to 24-hour matte finish with a buildable to full coverage, no transfer, waterproof, heat-proof, and sweat-proof, and a lightweight formula that feels breathable. And depending on where you get it, it ranges from $12 to $15. Can you tell it's full coverage? Switching sides. I've actually never tried the Super Stay foundation. I have tried L'Oreal one though. Okay, moving on to the Maybelline. Oh yeah, that's about as full coverage. This powder foundation has a matte finish with a long-lasting 16-hour wear. That seems a little bit more realistic compared to 24-hour, but you know, whatever. Full coverage powder that has the coverage of a liquid foundation with the finish of a powder. Long-lasting, fade-resistant, and transfer-resistant. Powder that feels lightweight and comfortable and has a creamy texture that glides onto the skin and controls shine. And depending on where you get it, it ranges from $9 to $12. I look like a ghost. But everything looks good so far. I can't even take myself serious. I think I could have gotten away with going a shade up. The L'Oreal one, the last time I got this, is actually the second one I've had because I lost the other one. But the other one, I got in a little bit more of like a pink undertoned one, and I feel like that fit me just a little bit better. But like with some bronzer or blush, this will not be a big deal. I'll lose all the color in my face no matter what, so I need to add it back on. But still, I kind of look crazy. Everything's like absolutely gorgeous though. It covered up things really well. I did take my finger with the Maybelline one to kind of help cover acne a little bit better because it's a little dry, and so I was trying to like kind of getting it into the little spaces a little bit better. We'll see how it handles the dryness. I'm gonna put the rest of my can I not talk? I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, it is currently 11:30, and we're going to be testing these foundations out for 12 hours. Not 16, not 24, but 12. Sometimes the amount of hours promised for makeup makes me laugh. Anyway, I didn't use any primer beforehand, and I didn't use any setting spray after. These guys are on their own. I'll do a check-in halfway through the day. Outside, in kind of natural lighting, it's been raining and cloudy for the last 12 hours. So it might not be super natural lighting, but it'll at least still be outside because, you know, the real daylight gives away if your makeup looks really fake. And then at the end of the day, we'll see how everything looks. So I will see you in just a second.
Okay, it's been 6 hours, so time for outside check-in, and I realized I forgot to say the difference between the different feeling between the two different foundations. I don't know why I'm struggling saying that, but there really isn't that much like at all. Like, they're both super weightless. It doesn't feel powdery, and I would say maybe the Maybelline side looks a little tiny bit powdery. If you used a setting spray or some type of mist, I think it would take it away, and like that wouldn't even be an issue. So got that out of the way. Now, how the makeup's doing. And, you know, my baby hairs are crazy, but everything looks amazing except one little thing. These guys right here, they're kind of sticking out like a sore thumb now. The Super Stay really stuck to the dry patches. I think if it was just acne that wasn't quite as dry, it would not be an issue. It's just dry patches, which is not the greatest thing ever. But besides that, nothing has budged, nothing has moved. There's no settling into anything, there's no bunching, there's no nothing. So, I mean, mostly so far so good. We'll see what happens by the end of the day, but I don't know if the sticking to dry patches slightly is like an end of the world situation.
Okay, it is currently 11:51, so a little bit more than 12 hours, but that's okay. Oh, do I have ice cream on my face? A little bit. Just ignore that. Okay, we're looking not the worst, but not the best either on one side. I mean, neither side looks absolutely perfect, but there's one that is a lot better. So the Maybelline side, the foundation is like rubbed off, like right in the, almost in the middle of my nose, so redness is starting to come through a lot. It's a lot more shiny and more broken up. You'll see the zids are just basically uncovered at this point. point on the Maybelline side. You can see my forehead's a lot more shiny. I mean, there's definitely some shine on L'Oreal side. Maybelline side's lot more worse. You can also see the bronzers faded a lot more on the Maybelline side, and it's kind of like broken up around my eyebrow on this side as well. L'Oreal side's not perfect, but the brush bronzer, wow. Can you tell it's late at night? Bronzer situation looks a lot better overall. It is slightly cracked. Like there's a legit like 2 little cracks on my nose. There's a little bit of redness coming through right here where I just touched though. And we do have a little bit of shine. It definitely was not there before. I forgot to mention, I didn't put highlighter on. So all the shine that is coming through is from the oils of my skin. The zit is still covered up like 95%. And like besides being oily and a little crack right here, it looks good. If I were to pick which side I wanted to have by the end of the day, I would obviously pick the L'Oreal side. Maybelline one's good, but this one's just better. It held up better. It covered things better. Feel-wise, they're the same, so that doesn't count. Also comes in more shades, which is definitely a point. And if you use a mattifying primer, I mean with either of these, if you use a mattifying primer, I can't talk anymore. A good mattifying primer, I think you would have a lot better outcome, but I think this would still be the best outcome. On top with the setting spray, all the norm, it's gonna turn out better. But this one, if you had to do like a really quick, I'm gonna run out the door, but I need some coverage, this I would recommend as your go-to. You wanna see a dupe battle for a color correcting $52 foundation, you can click right here. I will link everything I talked about in the description box. Those are affiliate links, so I do get a small percentage of the profits if you use my link to buy the products, but it does not affect you in any way. I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye! Mwah!